Oh wow, putting a Windows Movie Maker title over some video clip you randomly found off the internet while also subporting at the same time? You are such a great video editor.
Hey guys, Sean here. Another video today. This time it's a commentary, not a let's play or any sort of shit like that. Yeah, and the gameplay you're seeing today is a Super Meat Boy gameplay. I decided to do a different kind of gameplay today.
As a person who just found out he has a speech impediment this year, I understand how hard it is to articulate yourself and repeatedly say in the middle of a sentence. Problem is, you have plenty of time to edit this video as you are doing nothing complicated, you are simply doing a rant.
Instead of using the normal Call of Duty gameplay or that kind of. So I'll be mixing it up sometimes. So if I'm gonna be doing commentaries, I may be using different types of gameplays, not only first-person shooters. You know what I mean? Like just strategy games, maybe something a bit different instead of like the same usual shit.
While I do understand most commentators use FPS game footage for their commentaries, they only use that because it's the easiest to get, it's easiest to download off the internet, and it's the easiest to play. Now if you don't want to do that, that's fine, but you don't down talk to them or make a hasty generalization like that saying all FPS footage is shit.
Anyways, today's topic I would like to talk about is PC gaming. PC gaming is really an underrated kind of thing. The only kind of PC like players that would normally play it would be the people that have a really good computer. Like
this statement right here wouldn't be contradictory if you hadn't used Super Meat Boy footage, which is basically a flash game.
Say, like on average £1,000. Like that's how much people would want to spend on a computer that can play games.
Well, actually, I have a $250 computer right here, and we've recorded plenty of PC gaming footage on my Super Secret Bowling Club channel. You see, gaming computers, if you really just want to run games about medium graphics or, low graphics, about 60 to 120 FPS, there's cost around about $300 to $500. If you just want to run on low graphics and 60 FPS, about $200 to $400. If you really want a $100,000 computer, that's something else completely.
Nice range, but most computers, nowadays you can't really just go off and buy a random computer and expect to play games on it. You're gonna have to
Well, this would be valid if it wasn't for the fact that you're making another hasty generalization saying any random computer you go on will probably have bad hardware specs. Now, unless you're buying a computer that's under $150, it's not going to be the case. You can run games up to freaking Counter-Strike, Counter-Strike Source, Team Fortress Classic, Call of Duty 3, and such. If you just don't want to go through the trouble of setting up configs for that, you can just play like Quake games or some of the older PC games. Just because those games are higher graphics doesn't mean they're better. I for one love Quake 3 over Battlefield 3.
not really. I don't know. You kind of need a computer that is really good and that costs enough. Like the computer I have now is all right. I spent about 350 on it, but it was 540. And like it's all right. Like it would do grand, but you see, those kind of games like Arma, Daisy, all them kind of games. Those games really need a good computer. Like the computer.
Okay, you know what your problem is here? You're probably clocking it too high, or you're trying to use VSync, or you're trying to use anti-aliasing, or your filtering is too high. What you need to do is, instead of buying a whole entire computer, you need to upgrade it. Upgrade the processor, upgrade the hard drive, upgrade the memory, upgrade the video card. All of this is your own fault if you're going to spend your money on a pre-built piece of shit.
For them is like suppose. Like if you know Frankie on PC, his computer is like $3,000 altogether, and like it's unbelievable how much you have to pay for a computer just to play games on it. Considering that if you're to buy an Xbox, all you have to pay.
So you go and blame PC gaming because you were too stupid not to build your own computer for maybe $400 to $300, which you could have easily done, and probably run Arma 2 at probably higher graphics. Actually,
Is €400. Like the new Xbox now, I think they said it was 500 maybe. I think 499, and the PS3 is 399.
Good, and they're all gonna cost more than what you could have saved on building a PC. They're gonna have plenty of DRM. They're gonna have no hack protection. Chances are most likely you have to pay for monthly online gaming, which you can do for free on PC, mind you.
And like it'll tell you how much like the graphics card and all that in it. Like it's 3 million or what was it, I think 5 million transistor. I don't know what that means, but I think it's something to do with the processor and all that. But
If you don't know what it means, why do you bring it up in this rant?
like it's cheap. Xbox gaming is cheap, and that's why it got around. That's how it got popular. Like, you know what I mean? See, PC gaming, more people would play it. But if it was more for like the kind of people that can afford PCs and cheap enough PCs that they made, like if they made cheaper PCs that like are able for gaming for people that like want to do gaming.
First off, if you can't afford the $400, $300 just to make a gaming PC, or to buy a pre-built one, you shouldn't be gaming in the first place. Plus, Xbox games are always at a fixed price unless you go into a game shop and you buy them at a sale, which is most likely not going to happen. Which on Steam, they have sales every day.
Instead of just browsing the internet, like there's different types of computers for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's sort of I'm gonna get into a rant about this, but I think it's a bit stupid how much the price for a computer is, considering that most people can't afford those kind of computers. Like the computers that people be getting, like 14 grand, like that's the most to be paying for things. Like you don't need to be paying 14 grand.
Yeah, you don't, because the lowest you can buy for a gaming PC is probably $437 or $397 plus shipping and tax, but still, it's a lot lower than what you're saying.
For a computer, you can be buying a car for that much. Like it's stupid, and you can buy way better things for that. I don't know. I think this thing's a bit stupid, to be honest. Like I don't know really. And this has been a commentary anyway. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. See you in the next video.
And you'll be seeing me on your videos. Now, to cap it all off, I'd like to tell you there's a certain website called www.ibuypower.com. Now, I'm not being sponsored or anything by them. You can just Google them that way, because I probably said the domain name wrong. And you can buy a gaming computer there for about $397 or so, or over $400. And the highest price you probably go to is probably $1,000, $2,000, etc. Now, before you make an ignorant statement saying that all gaming computers, or at least good ones, cost up to 40 grand, you need to do some serious research on what a gaming computer actually is, or what could be a gaming computer in the first place, or even learn how to just build your own. And I'll be going play me some Tekken on my Wii U.